Earlier this year, I flew to London, UK to perform a piano show. And the night before my performance, I stayed in a hotel. What I'm about to share with you is one of the most disgraceful, disgusting forms of customer service I've ever encountered in my life. I'm going to tell you the whole story, and I'm going to name and shame the hotel too. Let's go. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Vaughn. I'm an artist development coach, and a keyboardist for the UK band Depeche. Now, to those of you who've been following me for a while, you'll probably notice that this is a very different type of video. I do not use my channel for negative purposes, and I don't like to use the whip hand and to use my channel for negative things. However, I feel in a case like this, these people need to be thrown under the bus, and I'm going to tell you my story. A lot of people don't know that before I got into music, I used to work in catering. I used to be a barman, a supervisor, then I went on to be a manager. I was also a general manager and operations manager. Like a lot of musicians, we tend to work in the hotel or the catering industry because it is very, very flexible. Now, I'm not good at many things in life, but I really enjoyed my time working in catering. Yeah, it is stressful, it is hard work. I'm not going to be modest, but ask anyone who I worked with, I was very good at it. And the reason being is I like people. I am sincerely a people person. People do my head in as well sometimes, make no mistake, but I care. And this is what made me very good at my job. And that is why whenever I go out these days, I always see the faults when I go to a restaurant and stuff, and it annoys me. But I'm not a nasty person. I'm not difficult. I don't complain. I just ignore things, and I tend to walk away. However, in this case, this hotel have really, really pissed me off. Now, hopefully you will stick around till the end and hear my whole story. But if you don't, I'm just going to name and shame them right off the bat. The hotel I stayed in was the Britannia Hotel in Canary Wharf, London. Now, according to Booking.com, they are called the Britannia International Hotel, Canary Wharf. Now, that sounds a mouthful. And if you just look at their rating, it's a whopping 6.3 out of 10. I guess you could say average at best. And if you look at the photo, well, I want to focus on the facts here and not get too sort of arsey. But, I mean, just as a business, just look at that photo. That looks like something that was taken with a, I don't know, an early camera phone. I mean, it's just, that is how you represent your business. Now, this hotel reminds me of something from the, the late 80s, early 90s. It reminds me of a hotel from that movie Casino, with De Niro and Joe Pesci. It just looks really tired and dated. It's quite grand and massive, with a gold staircase and the red carpet. I guess you could say by today's standards, it's kitsch and tacky, but I am being a bit nasty now, but you will see why. Now, I travel a lot, especially with the band Depeche. We do a lot of shows, and I stay in a lot of hotels. So I don't say that to sound like a RC expert. I'm quite a simple guy. I'm quite easygoing. I'm not difficult. I just want a bed that I can sleep in for the night. And, there's running water in a bathroom, and I'm fine. I'm not a difficult person. The fact that I'm making this video, you can imagine how much these people have really fucked up. So I took my flight from Tallinn, Estonia, where I live, and I flew to London. It was February the 14th, it was Valentine's Day, and when I got to the reception, there was a tour coach in the front there, lots of tourists. It was busy, and I stood in the queue for about 20 minutes to check in. Not complaining, that's fine. Once again, busy. I checked in. I went up to my room, and I think I was on about the 5th floor or something. I was quite high up. I don't know how tall the hotel was, but I was pretty high up. And one of the first things I noticed as soon as I opened the door was the heat that came out of the room. So I just thought, okay, it's just me. So I walked over to the window. I thought, okay, you can't open the window because they have these, what they call suicide windows, so you don't jump out. There was a fan, so I put the fan on, but I went straight to the air conditioner and I went to the panel on the wall, and it was set at like 22. So I just put it down like to as low as it would go. I think it was like 15, just to try and cool this off because it felt like a sauna in there. If you've ever done hot yoga, that's what it felt like. I freshened up, had a shower, and after about 40 minutes, an hour, it was still freaking hot in there. And I mean, I looked like a tomato. My face was red. So I figured, let me go out, have a drink, meet up with a friend. And what I'll do is once I'm out, I'll just leave the air conditioning as low as it can go and, cool the room off. So I got in touch with my good friend and we went out for a drink and a catch up. After about 2 hours, I said to her, okay, I need to get back, and went into the hotel, went back up to my room, opened the door. Fucking hell, it was hot. I thought, okay, something's wrong here. I went over to the phone in the room, picked it up to call reception. They never answered. I figured, okay, it's a busy night, let me go down to reception, and stood in the queue for another 20 minutes. Not complaining, it was just busy, and I'm at ease with many things. Got to the counter. A rather stressed out girl. I felt quite sorry for the girl behind the counter because she, obviously I'm quite sympathetic to people. Having worked in catering for many years, I know how stressful the job can be. And that is why I always go out of my way to be nice to people. I never want to be that arsehole that upsets your day. And I try very, very hard. So I get to the girl and I go, look, I did the whole typical British thing where I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to complain. And this is what I like about Americans. I should have been more American. If you're an American, I respect you guys because you guys just say it the way it is, and we Brits are just anyway. And I just said, look, I'm in this room and it's too hot and blah, blah, blah. I told her the whole story and she just said, look, we can't put you in another room. We're fully booked. We do have fans in the room. I said, okay, well, the fan's just going to blow the hot air. And she said, okay, I'll send someone from maintenance up and they can, open one of the suicide windows and so you can get some cool air in. So I came in, I said, no, that's fine. I thought, let me just leave. I'll just walk away. I said to the girl, I said, look, no problem. I tried to reassure her. I said, look, no problem. Just refund me my money. I'll go stay somewhere else. No problem. Walk away, dignified, go.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
So I left. I managed to find alternative accommodation and I had a good night's sleep, and happy to say that the performance the next day went really, really well. Everyone was happy. I was well rested and it was a great performance, great show. Fast forward a month later, I'm back in Tallinn. I'm here in my office and I'm busy dealing with my accountant. And she messages me and she says, could you please send me the receipt for this Britannia hotel? And I went, hang on, yeah, there's a mistake. Anyway, once again, I'm not going to be an arsehole. Very British. I just jumped onto booking.com and I sent this polite message. So as you can see, my message there was, pretty polite and straightforward, just telling them the facts. I stayed there. The room was too hot. They couldn't accommodate me. And unfortunately, they've charged me. I can think of many people who would have really gone on the attack. But, me, live and let live. I know mistakes can be made. People make mistakes. That's fine. Just give me my money back. No problem. I then received a response from their customer services saying, dear Mr. Eunson, thank you for your email. The case is currently under investigation by the higher management and we will contact you with a full reply as soon as the investigation is complete. I then received the verdict a couple of weeks later and it reads as follows. Dear Mr. Vaughn, Vaughn is my first name, by the way. Hope this email finds you well. Further to your online comments sent on blah-de-blah-de-blah, in which you raised the following concerns with regards to your stay at Britannia International Hotel Canary Wharf on blah blah. Room hot with AC not working. Oh, it was working. It was just working in the wrong direction. It was heating instead of cooling. Change of room not possible due to hotel being fully booked. I mean, what the fuck is this? Is this artificial intelligence? Don't get me started with fucking artificial intelligence. I'm so sick of AI. This is the problem I've always had even before AI, is when these people respond to you, they don't speak to you like a person, they speak to you like a fucking moron. How insulting. They go on to say, we would like to take this opportunity to thank you for raising the concerns with us. As a company, we take these matters seriously and endeavor to make your stay as pleasant an experience. I mean, come on, everyone knows this is just insincere bullshit. We are very sorry that the temperature in your bedroom did not meet your expectations. Well, I'm sorry I was expecting too much. Room temperature would have been fine, not a fucking sauna. And that we were unable to change the room due to hotel being fully booked. Fair enough. Please accept our sincere apologies for any inconvenience this may have caused. Well, you could have fucked my show up, but I didn't make a big deal of it. I just walked away. We would like to clarify our bedrooms are equipped with portable fans. Windows can be opened upon request. Oh, I see. So it's my fault now. I apologize. It's my fault. Our duty managers are available at all times. We are sorry you have decided to vacate early despite these alternative solutions being available. Well, fuck you. This is out-fucking-rageous. My apologies, my inner South African is just coming out now. The case has been reviewed by the higher management, and we are pleased to advise you that we have decided to process a partial 25% refund on this occasion. Just hold that thought. This will serve as compensation for any inconvenience or disappointment caused due to a faulty AC. We are unable to offer a full further refund as your request comes past cancellation policy. We have already processed a refund to the sum of £22.25 to the same payment card that the funds were taken from, blah, blah, blah. Please kindly note that this is our final decision regarding the case. Wow, I don't even get to call a friend, do I? No other offer will be made, and the case is now closed from our end. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I've just opened a can of worms for you now. Now, as someone who worked in customer services for many, many years, loved it, and used to bend over backwards to, please people, this just pisses me off because this is insulting on so many levels. First of all, it would have been better if they'd come back and said, look, we're not going to give you your money back because it's past the date, whatever. The fact that they are giving me, 25% back, it's insulting. It is absolutely insulting. This is insulting, and you who sent this letter, I'm not going to put your name in here, you are a disgrace, and it's no wonder your fucking hotel's getting below average ratings. I tell you what, let me tell you the classy thing to do. You've decided to go down the cheap route, and this time it'll cost you.
This time it will cost you.
Now let me explain to you, from me, who's obviously an idiot. You should have merely said, Mr. Yunsen, we're terribly sorry. We're going to refund all your money. Next time when you're back, why don't you stay with us on the house? It wouldn't have cost you anything. It wouldn't have cost you a penny. Now, I don't care. Look, what was the fee? Was it £80? I don't care. It's the principle of this. The fact that you are just so bad at customer services, it's fucking insulting. I'd like to hear from my American subscribers. This seems to be a big problem in the UK. The customer service and the service industries in the UK. Sorry, I don't want to insult the UK, but it's just not up to par. I would love to hear from my American subscribers what you think of this. Once again, guys, I'm not after freebies. I'm not a cheapskate. I'm one of the people who will always just walk away with my dignity. But this is fucking insulting because you have decided to take the cheap approach. Your inability to see reason is probably going to cost you a bit of money, because even if two people decide not to go, you've lost more money that way than by simply issuing me a full refund. And once again, it's not about the money, it's the principle. If this is your first time to the channel and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'd like to hear from you below in the comments. Have you ever had this kind of treatment in a hotel? Am I unreasonable? Am I being difficult? Let me know. Lots of love. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.